This week, how to be a retirement lifeguard and recruit others. Welcome to the Industry Leader Update. There are millions of older Americans that are swimming in the pool of retirement. The question is, who's looking after those retirees who may be showing signs of distress or who are in danger of drowning financially? Now, the best lifeguards are those who are proactive, and they look for even the slightest hint of any problem that could become a life-threatening situation. And it takes a sharp-eyed individual or advisor to catch a problem before it becomes a crisis, especially when you have hundreds of clients that are swimming in the same pool. Now, some are in the deep end and they're taking the biggest risks. Some are in the shallows and they prefer to play it safe. And other retirees, well, they're quite comfortable regardless and they're lounging along the sides. Now, let's be honest. None of us have the wherewithal to protect every single retiree in our city, much less those who live on our same block. Now, first, you don't have the time, and second, you don't have direct access to that pool because you're not privy to their financial situation. You are a reverse mortgage professional. You're not a financial advisor or an accountant. So what we're talking about is not some new scheme that's going to somehow boost our personal or our industry's collective loan volume to new heights. What we're talking about is becoming a relevant and important part of the retirement conversation and helping real people with real needs and problems, and solving those problems may help determine their quality of life, their health, and even their relationships. Now, one of those needs is being prompted by what I call the big squeeze, otherwise known as inflation. Just a mere 10% increase in the cost of living can reduce a portfolio's longevity for retirees drawing a fixed income or savings, and it could reduce it by 50% or half. That's half as many years their money's going to last, and any competent financial advisor knows this, and they're going to make excess withdrawals due to inflation as part of their annual review with their clients. They're going to ask, are you taking more money? Now, as a financial lifeguard, it's never fun to have to tell someone they're drowning, but they just don't know it yet. Yet that's exactly what many advisors are going to be facing in that difficult conversation. They're going to have to tell them they need to reduce their expenses or their standard of living. No one likes that. And perhaps, but who really wants to see a reduction in their quality of life? Will their advisor suggest they increase their investment returns by taking more risky investments? Not likely if they have a conscience or any common sense. Will they tell them to go back to work part-time or find some way to generate a little bit more monthly income? They could, but when it makes sense and the client's health allows them to return to work part-time. The more likely strategy that many will see from a financial professional is to suggest that they increase their allocations to energy, materials, and financial sectors, while at the same time reducing exposure to retail and consumer service sectors. But even if that works, is that going to generate really enough income or earning potential to offset inflation? Likely not. And that generally leaves just one choice: assets. The question is whether to sell an asset outright or to slowly dissipate the accumulated asset value. Now, to suggest a retiree to sell their home, downsize and rent, and invest the proceeds, that's a bitter pill to swallow. After all, who wants to get rid of their home that they work so hard and diligently to pay down or pay off completely? And that's the home where they feel safe and they're surrounded by years and decades of memories. The more palatable solution advisors can present is an asset dissipation plan. And that's one that avoids selling the asset or stocks outright when their share prices are down as a realized loss. It's a solution that takes some of the winnings off the table while finding more financial assets to extend or preserve sustainable withdrawals. Now, a typical asset dissipation strategy, often called asset depletion, takes a fixed withdrawal from an account to boost income, but what happens when that asset's value has been drained? Well, it's gone, it's depleted. However, a reverse mortgage, it provides the ability to tap into the value of an asset that's typically appreciating each year and also outperforms the market without having to relinquish ownership or encumbering other assets as security for the loan. Now, that's one strategy that could substantially boost any financial professional's skill set, as You guessed it, a retirement lifeguard. Not only could they prevent their client from drowning financially, they could actually give them the means to swim with confidence or even just simply relax along the sides of the pool, knowing that the lead weight of inflation is not going to sink them after all. Now, what are your thoughts? Leave your comments in the comment section below. And I would ask you as a favor, please share this video with other professionals, whether they're in the reverse or the traditional mortgage world. You can do that on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. We do have a YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And each and every week, with no cost or subscription, we bring you the latest reverse mortgage news, the most important stories. You can listen on your drive to work, no matter where you are, and catch up on the news that's most important to you. Thanks for joining us and have a great week.